Hi all, right back to that, Shan. We've just got US action phase in the West to deal with. There is quite a lot to do there. Um, I figured this is going to be a whole part of a video, this, so I could probably have a wee blather. You're like, oh no, let's just fast forward, Grant. Give me the numbers to fast forward to. Well, no, I just wanted to bring up two or three things. John Brown's made quite a few comments recently, and I've not really went over them. Well, I will get time to maybe look at them and make some comments back, John. But or if I don't, then I'm talking about them here anyway. So, well, I mentioned to you about unlocking my lack of NATO symbol knowledge. But I'm getting there. Actually, you when you spoke about it there, John, I like kind of got myself switched on. I thought, right, okay, this isn't that difficult as well. So let's just work it out. So hopefully no more blunders in that department, but no guarantees. He says he's surprised we haven't had any 29th units land across in the first. I know that my previous games usually ended up with some of that, admittedly, John. So what's he saying? He's saying that's the reason he usually ends up putting the general closer to the this side, because he's got a few units that drift over. Anyway, yeah, that's not happened. The next comments about, I think I talk about where this reinforcement goes, and he makes a good point regarding, I say, what's the difference here between, it was G3, sorry, it was this one here, yeah, because I had a unit within 2, and at first I was going to place it in here, and then I realised, because he had the climb marker on, didn't he? And then he does point out that G3 is slightly worse than G2, since G3 is one of the observer locations for the off-map artillery. Yeah, so okay, so that must be one of the ones that fire the off-map artillery. So it's slightly worse. But both are in building hexes, he points out, and they both project fire into draw D1. So yeah. Which he says, which I mentioned, is usually the easiest draw, but I'm not so sure it is for me. He says, granted, you're not even sniffing taking out WN 71 and 72, which is here and here, obviously, and I'm really not. I've got the feeling. I was just looking back there. I mean, okay, we've not moved. Yeah, just to step away from that, we've not moved the west yet, and that might then make a decision on where I'm going to go. But I'm kind of thinking that this might mean, I know the reds here, and we've nothing here, but I don't know. I'm not so sure this draw is a great idea. But we do only have the one reinforcement position there that's projecting fire into the draw. We do need to take out the red though, and it's getting across to them that could be the issue. If I've got the time to get across and take them out, then this could possibly be the better draw to pack. Because yeah, I think draw one, the one that he's talking about, the 2x one, I don't think that is really feasible. This one here, admittedly, their 2WN positions are way up here, so should be easier going. And then of course Brown, well, we're working on, should take this out this turn, and then start making efforts to get to a position to climb. And in fact, that position does not fire into that draw. So, and orange will be going down as well. So, yeah, maybe. So it looks like maybe this draw D3 or draw E1 might be the ones I want to consider. Anyway, let's get back to... Yeah, so he does point out that it does look It does look rather grim to be trying to take that small draw out, which is generally the easiest. I guess the easiest because it's only 2 hexes you've got to kind of control. Yeah, he seems to think I've not had luck with my fire cards and my pinkies need to work a bit better. But it also agrees that it's impossible to avoid hits. Yeah, this is one I wanted to look at. It says, as Grant says, the 88 ones are marked with an 88 in a circle. The 75 ones are marked with an artillery dot, which, yeah, I went over that, didn't I? I think I'm going to sneeze. Yeah, he's just pointing out, again, which makes even more sense. I know I think it was Martin mentioned the black dot that's there, which is obviously the symbol for artillery. So it's got the black dot there, but it's also got the black dot on the counter there as well with the 75. So there's a wee bit more sort of info on that. He talks, yeah, I must have been wondering if I had met conditions to fire the non-armoured artillery, and it was all good. And then, yeah, the last bit of that was, again, the comment that he's not 100% sure. Well, he says, I actually don't know if that's allowed. And this was talk again about this ranged infantry firing over, right, across this cliff and the bluff to reach that purple position. Obviously, when he's supporting fire of a unit an infantry unit that's adjacent, I'm not saying by his own, you know. So yeah, like I say, I'll get around to maybe making some comments to them, John. But thanks for your feedback. And then it goes on with some other ones. Yeah, I think this is what got me thinking about this last one being a bluff as well. Well, I'd read John's comment about it, and I thought he had meant here, but this isn't a bluff. This is a slope. But he wasn't meaning there. And I look back on the part he talked about, and I did discuss putting a unit in here and using it for this attrition, that we eventually attrition this unit away. But yeah, he's quite right, and I'd like to think he would have noticed that this is a bluff here. We can't attack from here into here anyway. Well, unless it was one of the ranged units. So yeah, I did kind of say that. He says he also tends to agree with Martin that taking attrition right away, unless catastrophic loss would come into play, or you've got a plan to handle it within the next couple of turns after that. He says he's glad that I looked in the back of the counter to see if I had the weapons, which that was maybe more lucky than good, to be honest. I think it was very last minute that I decided to do that, but yeah, it does make sense. If you're going to reduce the unit and then find out you've not got the weapons to finish it off, then you know, maybe you want to think again. Says this game is such a race against time that taking attrition helps you speed things up. Well, I think that's been proven because I'm really struggling, and I think I could have made this attrition move sooner, couldn't I? Pretty sure this could have happened. We probably could have been in this hex now, or even making the climb now. And I think all these wee bits of time taken could well, might spoil it for me. To be honest, I'm really going to be disappointed if I don't make it on to the next part, just with the victory point situation. I'm going to feel like a bit of a dum-dum. But I'm trying to think. I think it's possible I've failed that way as well, though, before. Because it's not easy. It's not easy, but I think I should have switched on about 2 or 3 turns ago and realised, right, let's get your finger out here. But it isn't easy, and I have failed to catastrophic loss as well. So, but we got a wee boost with that last event, giving us an extra catastrophic loss slot, if you like. So that was good. The last couple of things, yeah, Rangers are considered infantry, but not regular infantry. Thus, the reason they don't count towards catastrophic loss. Yeah, and then the last one, as you said in the notes, you definitely need to start trying to take draws and or other positions for a VP. You do need to keep catastrophic losses in mind, so be wary of tackling reinforcement positions without a strong force. Well, I mean, that's that point to think of right away. You know, I've moved this 6 strength unit up here. Can this guy really take this guy on? I mean, this wouldn't be a catastrophic loss, admittedly, and it's on the side that we've only got 2 units in the lost box, so it's not quite so dangerous as it would be across in the west. But I don't know. I don't know if 6 strength. I mean, the thing is, if I sit there and wait, I'm likely to take a hit. So, I don't know. Should I have moved into this safe hex while I'm waiting on another unit coming up? I don't know. I don't know if that's. I think we have a go with that. If he turns up a 3, it'd be doubled to a 6, so we'd be equal if we had the weapons. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, one result you don't want. Yeah, and that's what that would be. If I didn't have the weapons and I attacked and my strength ended up being less than or equal and the unit was alone, we would get disrupted and they would gain depth. They would gain a depth marker. That is the worry. That is definitely the worry. Yeah. Or if we end up with the weapons and our attack strength is less, so for some reason maybe he's a 4, doubles to an 8, then he would gain depth. And that's us having the weapon. So there's, me getting myself disrupted is a bad result, but giving him depth as well is worse. I don't know what to do though. I don't think you'd be telling me to wait on other units coming up, because he's just sitting there in a field of fire that could hit him. So anyway, right, that's all we've got up to now. So thanks for your comments, guys, and right, let's get on with this second half of the action phase then. Alright, so first of all, down here, I'm pretty sure this guy's disrupted, isn't he? Yeah. So that's just put us back there again, so I'm not sure this time. Maybe I should move it in. It's sitting in purple, steady purple anyway. I suppose it's the extra green, isn't it? Well, you know what, we'll wait there just now, because we might actually be going for green here with our attack. Because, like I've said, green doesn't get any enhancements, where that bocage, it doubles everything, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean that's a complete double, and we've only got this one. Okay, we could get support from these 2. That's an extra 3 strength. We would not be able to get that though, and we would not get that because that's in the field of fire red. So there you go. Right, and we're not getting this guy, like I say, because that's him done his thing. He's only 2 strength anyway. So it looks like the better attack is going to be on here, and hopefully we've got the ability to disrupt red. But then there's a lot of other things going along by there as well. So, right, I think we need to work on what's going on here first, I think. So there's a tank that 1, 2, 3, 4. He can reach red. So if we're not going to attack red, we want that tank to barrage red, I would think. This has been barraging brown pretty much for a good while now, and I think we're going to want him to do that again. And I'm talking about this brown position here because we're going to take this position out. That's going to require an action. Yeah. Okay. Right, well, we can get this one out of the way. This has got 3 strength. It's got, the weapons are BG and BR. This unit's got BG and BR. He's got 4 strength. There's no enhancements to it. So it's 4 against 3 and we have the weapons. So greater, but not double. We have the weapons. The unit's alone. And that's a free attack from the general. So this unit's gone. So, yeah, that's good. Well, we knew that was happening. Well, I suppose he could have built depth, so that didn't happen. So now that's kind of neat, because, yeah, no, we've still got Brown firing into here, haven't we? Well, this is the thing. We do need to take Brown out as well. So, but what else are we going to do? Well, if this is the draw that you think you could go for, Grant, should I not be trying to move up towards the rocket position up here? And I mean, do I have the turns to do this? Because this is a bluff. This is a climb. I think the units have got time to go along and up this way. So, you know, moving this unit here. That's a ranged infantry. Well, why don't we go up through the bluff? Up through the draw though, Grant. Which I'm pretty sure I'm moving that ranged infantry into here anyway, because we want a shot. We want to be able to have the range to fire up to there. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, 5 turns to reach there. And we're on. That's 11. I've only got 1 more turn after that to try and take that guy out. That doesn't look like it's a plan, does it? Well, it's a plan, but it's not a good plan. Yeah, I don't think we've got the capability to take that draw, really. Yeah, I'm thinking that if we can manage to take this red position out, this is the best draw to try and take. But even that looks tough. Oh dear. Well, I suppose if you don't take a draw at all, you've got to have 11 positions taken. That's too much, I think. Right, I got a phone call there, so I've been away for a wee bit, and I'm not sure where I was at. Right, but we've done the attack, we got this guy out of the way. Yeah, you know, if I can't take a draw, is there enough there? I don't know. If I get the double orange, I get the double brown, that's 4. If I get the double green along that side, that's 6. The single orange position, 7. You know, this blue position's doable is 8. And then if you look up there, I suppose there's some random sort of ones that I could. I mean, I'm certainly thinking now this guy's got a use. I had a look at him, and in fact, while I'm across there, I'll just do it now because I know he's got a lot of turns to wait. The problem is if I plant him in there and then a reinforcement position in G comes up, then it's going to go... actually, that's a point. If I put him in G2, because G7 fires into G2, but funnily enough, G4 does not fire into G2. So, and obviously the thinking there is, if I do put him there, well, it's a victory point, but G4 would spawn a reinforcement before G7, wouldn't it? Because he'd be within 2 of it, but from both of the hexes, the G4 is the lowest number. So, yeah, I mean, I know we've got still 6 turns before it happens, but he's not going to be able to do anything more than that, really. And we want to get into G2 just in case it gets taken. So I think that's going to be his goal, is just go up there and then park himself in here, and hopefully nothing does appear in G7, and then that, at least that'll be a point. So we're back down here, but I still feel that I'm going to move my ranged infantry. Well, mind you, do we want to put them in there before the barrage? Should we see the barrage attempt? Always look up at the last cards we were drawing. It was brown. It would be. So, admittedly, this tank can barrage brown as well as this one, but we want this one to probably be going for red. Okay. Right, well, okay, I'm going to... Where am I? Just the fact brown was on the last card. Okay, let's just go for it. So, going to barrage brown. It is just a single position though. So, brown triangle. Oh. It's a brown triangle that was the last card drawn. Yeah, they're having a laugh. Well, it's in the barrage box. We did do a barrage last turn, didn't we? Right, let's just do it. We need brown or a triangle. Oh. Right, no brown, but we'll go at the triangle. Let me just double check that one, because he's 4 strength. And it's a single position. 4 strength. Symbol. German depth, no. Yeah, we got him. He's disrupted. So that's good. Close, but good. So now we can relax a wee bit with that. And then... Right. I'm going to get this infantry move in. I think. Just actually wonder if I should get him climbing the bluff though, because we're not going to need his firepower for a couple of turns yet. Yeah, well, I'll come back to that. I can see where my two actions have to be. One action has to be here, attacking this unit. And the other action, I think, has to be here, attacking, which I think the green. Going to barrage the red, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yes, okay. I'm going to use this to barrage red. It's in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's... That's not infantry. Well, we've still got these rangers down here. And they still count. So they're observing for the barrage. He's in command of a general, which works. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so... And we've got 4 strength. It's a double position though, so we need red. And we got red. Good. Right, so our barraging's working. So that takes that. It just makes it a bit safer. So now, hopefully, next turn, we'll hopefully have these 2 units at least. Well, I'm not sure what about this as well. I might put them in there because they're both getting doubled, admittedly. And my thinking is that these 2 units are maybe going to sneak up here and grab a couple of victory point hexes. But we want to take red and green out if we can. Oh, brown fires into green, so we've got this brown. Yeah, that would have been better across in G2, wouldn't it? Because I don't think it doesn't matter to the draw anyway, but that red doesn't fire into the draw, actually. Yeah, I think G2 would have been a better hex for us, John. Anyway. Okay, so got that disrupted. Yeah, I'm going to bounce back here again first. So we're going to use an action. Now, I don't need both of these guys, but they're sitting together, so we only need BG. Well, which is the guy in the top. So okay, we'll just use him. There's not any secret stuff that can happen. So I'm not getting an action for that guy underneath anyway. So attacking there for 4. We have the weapons. We're more than double. He's eliminated. So that's our first action. Yeah, oh yeah, this was that. Do I want that range infantry in there, or do I want to move him up the bluff there? I think I do. I think I want to move him up because it's safe enough hex. And then, you know, I'm just wanting him in range of this because we might not get both these units up this bluff. But as long as we've got something, and then we've got the 7 strength firing across, that hopefully should take care of it. So, yes, I will. So I'll start climbing him the bluff. So and then next turn he'll take a free turn to remove that climb marker, and hopefully these guys will be in here. And then next turn, well, see, they've got to climb that bluff as well. So it's some turns away. I mean, to be honest, this guy could maybe if these two want to go up and have a go at that orange position, I don't know. Right. What's next? Right, what have we got in here? Oh, Grant, you forgot about a tank. You had divvy. No, that was silly. Oh well. Well, at least the disruptions happened. We could have a go at disrupting Brown with that, though, couldn't we? And then maybe move this guy up. He can reach green, but then we're going to attack green, aren't we? Yeah, let's get the attack on green going. Let's. Oh, wait a minute. Can he support the attack? He will be able to, won't he? He's in command of a general. And again, these rangers can be observing. That's maybe just off camera. These rangers are in sporadic green fire, so they can be observing for the tank. Yeah, he's not up on the high ground, he's overlooking. Okay, so here's my second action. And it's to attack the green position, which doesn't get any bonuses. Now the hedge is it's just a movement thing. Yeah, there's no restriction. It doesn't boost any strength or depth. Right, okay, and so that's 4. But we might as well put these guys in as well, because they've not really got a great place to go to. They can't do anything else, so we might as well. And who knows, this is artillery again, remember, so, no it's not. I'm lying, it's not got the wee dot. That's not artillery, is it? No, we can't get artillery this time. Kill. No, we can't. because it's also in the field of fiery green, this. Well, and that HQ's no commander and infantry anyway. Right, talking rubbish, Grant. Okay. But these will bring some weapons along. So they can both attack as well from the HQ. So they're both 1, 2, 3. They're both within range. They're both anti-air, so they're just same as tanks. They've got wait a minute, let's just get this up again because they're not adjacent to. So hang on, I maybe got this wrong actually. I'm gonna muddled up again. So the unit is adjacent. No, the unit is adjacent to attacking infantry. No, the unit is in command of an HQ or general. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the one. The unit is in command of an HQ. So they're both in command of that HQ. So they're going to bring along 3 more strength. Admittedly, they're both bringing the same weapons, but you know what? That's fine. They're not. They ain't going to do anything else. Are they? No. And should we chuck that tank in then? What did I say that was? That was only 4, wasn't it? 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I'm going to bring that tank in then. So, sorry, I'm stretching across there a bit. That tank's in there. Right. So he's in command of a general. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's within range. Yeah. So that's an R2 strength. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got 9. Is that right? I think that's right. And we can't use any of these artillery though. No. No. Right, 9. Let's have a look. So, see what the unit has. Well, it's a 2, but with BZ. So, what we got here? No BZ. I think the tank gives us that, doesn't it? The anti-aircraft does not. The tank does. Yes, well done. So, we have 9. We have the. Whoops, wrong thing. We have the weapons from the tank. And we're doubled, so we'll have a look at the depth. That's going to be an up close thing, isn't it? Oh, actually, I didn't look. Does he? Does he have D? No! Damn it. So anti-aircraft does not bring it. No. Artillery would have. Yeah, it's only artillery or the full strength infantry. D, because D demolitions, yeah, need to be. We're going to be in this attrition position again, aren't we? I think. Okay, so. Right, well, we don't have the weapons, but we do have double the strength. So we've got 9 against 3. So he is disrupted. And now we have the optional attrition. But this is putting a unit in the catastrophic loss box. So I think we need to wait. This guy here's got demolitions. He's probably going to move into this position now. We can make him. We've not got this. We don't know anything about this, no. So we'd be able to have a go at that next turn if we can keep this disrupted. The problem with this one is that bigger tank isn't 1, 2, 3, 4 is out of range. The smaller tank is in range, but the bigger tank's out of range of green. I don't think I want any attrition there. I mean, I know I got a good event that took one of the units out of the lost box, but I can feel somebody shouting at me to do it though. I'm not so sure though. I mean, even if we don't keep this guy disrupted, he's not got fire on any of these guys that are coming around, so they're going to have time to come around. Brown fires on that hex, doesn't it? I don't feel like I want to do that one, guys. I really don't. Maybe, if we get lucky and green doesn't fire next turn, we'll maybe move this tank along so that then the next turn we can try and disrupt it again if we've not got the demolitions ready to attack it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we just climbed them. I was just trying to think about that whole, if we could have got that ranged infantry, but then again, he's got to get away down and he's got to be too away from it, isn't he? Yeah, that's kind of hopeless. That. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to do it, I think, because... I'll tell you why. I think because brown fires into here, and brown's occupied, and so, okay, it would let me take this unit out next turn, but we then still don't have control of this hex. We need to take brown out. So I think losing the strength from this guy is probably quite important. I mean, if things stay down, this guy potentially maybe could move into here and maybe have a go at brown. I mean, I know we've not got the strength. So I'm not going to take the attrition. I'm going to move this ranger into here. He doesn't get a move, does he? I wonder if I can move that HQ up there. Yeah, well, we don't know what this is yet. But if I move the HQ, it's moving away for these guys. And they can help. So that would mean both our actions next turn would have to go on that. Unless I don't use that unit and just use the ranger, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? The ranger's going in there. And then, if we've got the action to spare, we'll use it on that wee 2 strength unit underneath. If I've not, we'll just use the ranger and that 4 strength to attack that along. That would be 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty good. There's a WM position with depth, but both are getting doubled. I would also possibly have the support of a tank as well. Right, okay, let's do that. I can't really move the HQ at all then, can I? I could move it into here, but that doesn't really give me anything, does it? Well, actually it might do. Okay. I'm jumping back here again, right? I'm going to use this unit, free move from the general to move into that hex beside the general. With the purpose of moving up this bluff anyway. And I don't know. I don't know if I've got the ability to come up here. There's a reinforced position here, but maybe if I get him up there and just go this way, and just there's these 3 hexes, like I've said. This could be 3 victory points for me, so he could maybe be considered to reach one of them too, and this other unit possibly as well. Because don't think that draw is realistically takeable, really, is it? The 2 units are way at the far end of it. So, yeah, and why did I bounce back to that? Yeah, I'm going to move this. Artillery's useless. That's the thing. That artillery would be useful if we had a ranged infantry with us. I'm convinced that that works. Because it just says the HQ needs to be in command of an infantry that's attacking the unit. And also in command of an artillery unit. So, but our ranged infantry is way up here now. Well, hold on. Yeah, why didn't you think about that, Grant? Right, so we move this into here. Free move from the HQ. Yeah, but if I'm thinking move the HQ into there, then we don't get the benefit of them. But we'd get the benefit of that artillery, which is surely better. Oh, God. So many things to try and think about. Right, so here's the thing. These 2 anti-aircraft give 3 power, 3 strength, and give MG and BR. Well, this guy attacking gives BR, and what do you know? Look at that guy underneath gives MG. So we've got the weapons that we were losing, and that what I'm talking about is moving the HQ into here possibly. And then we're in command of this. We attack this artillery, which is armoured. So if he did happen to undisrupt, it wouldn't matter. And the one underneath is not armoured, so we would need that to stay disrupted to use that. But this is the one we're interested in. It's 6 strength. So then we'd have like that guy, if we gave that guy an action, that's 4, 9, and then 6 from that, 15. Whereas if we go the other way, that's 4, 9, and then another 3. That's right, isn't it? So I think that makes sense, doesn't it? And there's no danger in this hex. I know it's a steady red, but the guy's disrupted. So looks like a plan. And then is it possible that these units could come? Nah, we're not going to get this. Well, we need to move this artillery down. If we can move it down to here, then yeah, it could support. Yeah, okay. And then that would be able to bring the anti-tank stuff as well. Okay, I think that's a good idea, I think. Right, so what else we got? We've got just the general left, I think. We can't move anything else. And I don't think we're moving the general, are we? Because he's still commanding these 2 tanks. I mean, I know this guy got a hero, but the whole command bit means something. You know, it means they can attack further away. Yeah, and I don't want to move them up until these guys... If these guys start making a move, then maybe, yeah. Right, I think we're done. Well, right, there's one last thought, isn't there? This Ranger. Let's give this a wee bit of thought then, because I felt like I got made to look a fool there that last turn, because I deliberately didn't move one of them into this hex because I wanted them both to move together, and then one got disrupted. And you know what? We've got green disrupted this time. I think we should move this guy. because he's in steady purple there anyways. The only thing he's moving into is a bit of blue, but it's sporadic, so I think so. I mean, yeah, I don't feel like attacking this with just the one, but I think it's worthwhile moving in there. We'll find out what happens. If he takes a hit, then that's him away, then so be it. Okay, right, I think we're done. Yeah, so just the last we look at the situation in the West. Just to make sure that I've not missed out. Well, I moved my HQ now anyway. I was going to say he could have had a free move somewhere, but you know what? No, he's as well staying beside that and then moving them all together. Anyway, so yeah, okay, well, yeah, I feel quite happy about what happened there. I still don't feel like any more confident about actually moving on to turn 17 though. I really don't. So we've got a lot of things to have to go our way, I think. Right, I'll clear everything up and we'll just give you a view of the big picture before we head off on to turn 12. Okay, there's everything moved on. Moving on to turn 12, all the cards. Big pile of discards now, not much left of the deck. I think we shuffle. Actually, no, it's not the end of the. It's turn 13, I think. I'm sure there's enough cards there. I think if you happen to run out the cards while you're drawing them, you would just shuffle it anyway. Pretty sure that's in the rules somewhere. Okay, so there we are. I won't attempt to see if there's any victory points yet because I'm not so sure there still is, but I'd like to think after the next turn. Well, no, let's not. Oh, actually, I can see one, can't I? This hex here. Yeah, it's not got a position, but I don't think that matters, does it? Is that not a point? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still a reinforcement position, even though it's not got a letter on it. I'm pretty sure they still count, and it does state that it doesn't have to have a VP in it for it to count as one VP. Well, there's no fire dots going into that hex. We've got a three-step unit and a two-step unit adjacent to it. So, hey, we've got a point. I don't think there's much more on the table yet, but we'll work on that. Right, guys, I'll probably just upload this as a part on its own because it's still got to 48 minutes here anyway. But he's stretching out a bit, deliberately, of course, not, but just talking too much, thinking too much. Right, I've still got a bit more time, so I think I'm going to save this onto the computer and come straight back. So I'll leave it for now and I'll be back shortly, guys. Okay, cheers.